He will lead Australia in the Ashes series, and quite frankly, I've got a very bad feeling for Australia in this one. I'm not thinking we have got the bowling attack to be pretty good. No. But Ponting is a great player and will lead his charges. And guess who Ponting has called in to give them the pep talk for the first test? Thank you very much, yes, he knew I could do the job because I did such a good job in England in 1989 when we recovered the Ashes. And I was the personal attaché case for that particular team. I gave them lots of speeches. It was a wonderful tour, and I'm just going to share a little story with you about when we got to meet Queen Elizabeth II. What a great occasion that was for me. Has anyone here ever met the Queen? Look, has anyone here ever been outside of fucking Adelaide? Hello? What is that? But I'll tell you quickly, we got to meet the Queen in Buckingham Palace. I was part of the 50% of the team who were pro the monarchy, and the other 50% sort of Republicans and didn't care too much. I've got to take this off, it's pissing me off.
Took his moustache.
Working hot up here, isn't it? Particularly when you've got a seal swimming off. We get to Buckingham Palace. We are briefed by the protocol officers. Don't speak to her unless she speaks to you. Don't ask her for any autographs. Don't take any photographs of her. Don't touch her. And Mahatma and David Boone, don't steal any cutlery. We were told to stand in a straight line. I found myself at the end of the line, be standing beside none other than Simon O'Donnell, who didn't care much for the royal family. I thought, well, this would be interesting because we were told she would stop on 2 occasions down the line and talk to the players. I'm hoping it is going to be me. She gets to the line, doesn't stop, gets right down to O'Donnell, who doesn't care too much for her, he's just standing like this, and all of a sudden he stood up straight and Border said, Mr. Simon O'Donnell, and he goes, hello, curtsies and everything. I'm thinking, you big fuck, you don't even like her, Then she gets to me, and she turns to me, and she says, Mr. Mahatma Gandhi, I said, Your Royal Highness. And I'm thinking she's going to talk to me, but she doesn't talk to me. She turns back to O'Donnell. She says, Mr. O'Donnell, I understand that in Australia, you have a keen interest in race horses. Is that correct? She says, when the official proceedings have completed here this morning, would you be so kind as to join me in my stables to view some of my race horses? Then she turns to me. She says, Mahatma Gandhi, would you be so kind as to join us? What could you say? I said, thank you very much, Your Eminency. Thinking, shit, they just brought out the free piss and the sausage rolls, You had to go under the walkways, go and see the horses in this big stable. We are told, don't talk to her unless she talks to you, and just walk 4 steps behind her. All of a sudden, she appeared from the door, and she started where all these horses were in a big building just like this, and she started, this one here is Burberry. And Lester Piggott rode him in the 1981 Grand National, position 2nd. This one over here we call Fifi because of her beautiful coat. And this was Princess Anne's favorite pony. And I thought, shit, it looks like a poo, but I did not say that. This one here, and so this one here. We got about 20 horses and water, and I'm thinking, well, this will be gone for sure. Next minute, unfortunately, we went to one of these horses, and this horse did a very big fart. Now, I thought Shiraz was the world champion. Shiraz can shift a blue healer from under a Mack truck. But this horse was very, very good. And so I just sort of give it a little bit of a... O'Donnell said, shut up. I said, shut up, O'Donnell, you dickhead. The Queen, though, she turns around and she sees me laughing and she says, look, just stop it. She said, now just stop it. I'm so embarrassed. She said, I don't know what to do, where to look, or what to say. And I thought, just don't say anything, just go on. Not her new best friend, Simon O'Donnell. He looked as face and say, "Oh, it's okay, ma'am. We thought it was the horse." Big head. Good part about going to England is that you get to go to Ireland too. Do we have any Irish people here tonight? Would you like an easier question? But you know, the English, the Indian accent and the Irish accent are very, very similar. Yes. Because if you just think about it for a little while, you'll start to fucking talk like this, right? So you can have the Irish accent dressed like an Indian, which is pretty bizarre, but that's what happens when you drink like you people do. I'm going to tell you a couple of my favorite Irish jokes, and then let you get back to your award winnings. And incidentally, congratulations to all the award winners tonight. Have you had your presentations yet, Mr. Young? Oh, well, I'll hurry up then, okay?
He's gonna hurry up.
The show goes for as long as this drink goes, you see? I said that yesterday at a lunch in Queensland, and the bloke up the back yelled out, "Well, Scullum." These two Irishmen, Paddy and Mick, fishing in a boat down near Port Lincoln. They get lost in a big pea soup fog. No provisions, they're lost at sea for 3 days. Next minute, bottle floats past the boat. Paddy picks up the bottle, takes the lid off the bottle. Jeannie appears. Jeannie comes out and says, "Right, I'm an Irish Jeannie, so therefore you only get one wish." Pat said to Mick, "I'll do it, Mick. I wish that all the sea would turn to Guinness." Next minute, the sea went black, beautiful foaming creamy head on it. Pat turned to Mick and said, "There you go, Mick. We're saved." Mick said, "No, we're not, you dickhead. Now we're going to have to piss in the boat." Just recently, you may have seen in the World Ice Skating Championships that an Irishman became the first man ever to be a judge in the final of the World Championship. Well, I'll tell you what happened. He got to the final, Patrick O'Leary, and he's about to adjudicate, and the first contestant, Ivan Nokobolokov, came out of the ring. And his first maneuver was going to be the very difficult triple lutz. So, Patrick's sitting there, you see, as a judge, kind of getting ready to give them their score out of 10. Nokobolokov went around the ice a couple of times to build up enough speed, up in the air, about to perform the triple lutz, came down, hit it on one ice skate, snapped his ankle, slid across the ice, into the wall, and cut off 4 fingers on his left hand. So he's laying there in a pool of blood. It's terrible. Had to be medivac back off the ice. Worst thing still, had to get a score out of 10. American judge, 0.7. Russian judge, 0. Japanese judge, 1.2. Australian judge, 0.8. Irish judge, 9.7. Head judge comes screaming down and said, "Patrick, for goodness sake." I said, "What are you doing, 9.7? Did you see what happened?" He said, "Yes, I did." He said, "Now come on, let's be fair. It's fucking slippery out there." Okay, there'll be no more Irish jokes. And I know you've got an award ceremony tonight. You've been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful audience. I am wishing you all the best for your title holders tonight, for Christmas, and for the national distribution of the National Distribution Company. Thank you very, very much.